Hey guys, Tom at Snake River Base here, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about jumping slider down with the control lines inside the keeper rings. This practice has come and gone in base jumping a couple of times. Currently it is somewhat in fashion, particularly among big wall jumpers in Europe and jumpers in Australia who have to land in bad landing areas. I'm sorry if you live in Australia because your landing areas suck. But what we're seeing is people will route the control lines inside the keeper rings even when slider down. Generally, when doing this, you rely on a line release toggle to help you clear a line over malfunction. You may decide to do this if the vast majority of your jumps are slider up and you don't want to have to adjust to the feel of the canopy of the lines outside the rings on your one slider down jump a year. That's the reason we see a lot of European big wall jumpers doing it, because they don't want to have to adjust, especially not in their very limited slider down canopy time each year. You may also want to think about doing this if you regularly jump objects with very bad landing areas. If you have a landing area you can't possibly hit if you drop a toggle, or that you're going to break your legs in if you drop a toggle, it may be worth putting your lines back inside the keeper rings and relying on the tailgate to inhibit line overs and the line release toggle if you experience one, in order to keep your toggles, to reduce the chance that you fumble, drop one, and then break your leg on landing. One of my friends, who was probably the first guy to start doing this in Australia, his name was Jason Fitzherbert, explained that he thought he had about a 1 in 10,000 chance of experiencing the line over with a tailgate, and he would never make 10,000 base jumps. But he thought he had about a 1 in 1,000 chance of fumbling and dropping a toggle, and he would make 1,000 base jumps. So he decided to route his lines inside the control rings, and this is even before line release toggles existed. He decided to route inside the control rings and just accept the risk of a line over that he couldn't clear, because he thought he would never make enough jumps to actually have that line over slider down with the tailgate, but he would make enough jumps that he would eventually fumble and drop a toggle, and then he would hurt himself trying to land. So I'm not saying do or don't. There's definitely people on both sides of this fence with different opinions. Form your own opinion, decide for yourself if it makes sense for you to be outside the rings to make it easier to clear a line over malfunction, or to be inside the rings to make the canopy fly the same slider up and slider down, and to eliminate the chance of fumbling and dropping a toggle.